the Supreme Court has been hearing a case on Biden's vaccine mandates today, both the OSHA vaccine mandate for the large companies as well as some other vaccine mandates having to do with healthcare workers. It's kind of gone back and forth throughout the day on how it's sort of going for conservatives. At some points, it seems like the court is siding with the mandates. Some points, it seems like they're going to side against it. It's hard to tell at this point. We don't know exactly when that verdict is going to be handed down. But what we do know is that one of the leftist justices, Sotomayor, has made some incredibly ill-founded arguments that are, as Josh said, they're just crazy. There's no other way that you can possibly characterize those besides crazy. And so the first one is she was talking about how OSHA has the right to regulate a machine. So, for example, if a machine is malfunctioning, then OSHA is able to go and say, we have to have regulations in place to fix that machine.
So you're in an office and there's a machine that may set stuff on fire. OSHA can deal with it.
Right.
Okay.
So she's explaining this, and then she said a quote. I believe we have a tweet of it. She said a quote, and it was, quote, I'm sorry, wrong quote. She said, quote, where is it?
Did your 10% get cut off
Yeah, I
too?
think it did.
Yeah.
I think my 10% also got cut off. But basically what she said was that how is regulating a machine that's spewing sparks any different from regulating a human who's spewing the virus? So essentially, we should be regulated like machines because there's a virus that's happening. And so therefore, we should be able to just tell humans that they have to get a vaccine or they have to do whatever it may be in order to make sure that this virus is not spreading. And I mean, I wouldn't be that surprised if some sort of far left person on Twitter or something says this. This is a justice of the Supreme Court. I think that's the shocking part of it. Yeah. This is somebody who's supposed to be one of the most...
you would hear this in high school.
Yeah. This is supposed to be one of the highest levels in the United States. And this is like the lowest level argument of somebody who just is a leftist in high school, in middle school, that just, read a book about communism People and they like it. Or it's crazy.
Yeah. It's so dumb. I mean, I think it was her, or was it Kagan? One of them was talking about COVID and Omicron and saying, oh, Omicron's just as deadly as Delta and there's like 100,000 kids on ventilators or something crazy like that. It's just like, you're a sitting Supreme Court justice. It's like, they're
spewing media talking points.
Yeah, it's media talking points. I don't even know. It's so disappointing. Like,
you can wax super philosophical about this kind of stuff, but the first thing that occurred to me when you mentioned this story earlier is, if your worldview is that humans crawled out of a puddle of primordial goo, then we pretty much are machines. We're just kind of biologically driven machines. We're electrical just like machines are. And you can reduce humans to machines. They certainly view unborn babies that way. They view them as objects. So I think when you take special creation out of it, and there are plenty of people who are Christians who are believers who buy into evolution, and that's fine. But when you take special creation out of it, this idea that God designed us specifically and that we are special and we are set apart from the rest of creation, when you take that away, then we are virus. Let's just be honest. We are virus spewing, pooping machines. That's all. That's almost all we are.
Yeah.
And so, here you see these ideas that originated with Darwin in the 19th century. You see them popping out of a Supreme Court justice's mouth, and the implications are. I mean, they're chilling. If you're a machine, if humans are machines, then you can do whatever you want to them.
Exactly.
Machines don't have inalienable rights, and we're not to the point yet where the left is arguing that they do. That means we don't. There's nothing special about us. It's terrifying. And what else? I mean, if that's the case, what else can they regulate us for? I mean, if we're like sparking machines, and that means they can give us a vaccine, what else can they do to us?
Right. A vaccine, I think, is only the first step in that sort of thinking. If you're going to start regulating everyone like a machine, I mean, a vaccine mandate, it seems horrible now. It's probably nothing compared to what they could do if they're going to start regulating every move
Oh yeah,
of
or
humans.
what is coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, something that has a far more profound effect on humanity than and sometimes really dangerous effect on humanity, other than viruses, is simply procreation. If you can control people, if you can control the way what people put in their bodies to deal with the outcome of what comes out of their bodies, why can't you deal with reproduction? Yeah, I mean, it's a Supreme Court justice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the part that's crazy to me. And another point she made, Tara brought it up. I know we're running out of time. I'll just read the quote real quick. She said, quote, "We have over 100,000 children, which we've never had before, in serious condition, and many on ventilators," talking about COVID. This is just a flat-out lie.
True. Yeah, it's not true.
According to the CDC, there has been 82,843 children hospitalized through the entire pandemic. And she said there are 100,000 children currently hospitalized. So you have a Supreme Court justice up there literally lying. I mean, just lying.
So we're 22 to 24 months into this at this point, and she takes the cumulative number of kids and uses it. And did she say it specifically regarding Omicron?
Yes.
Yes.
She was talking
Yeah.
about Omicron. She also said that Omicron has a comparable death rate to the Delta variant, which is also false.
And
Yeah.
didn't Fauci just admit what all conservatives have been saying all along, which was that children who are hospitalized or in the hospital with COVID is not the same as hospitalized because of COVID.
Oh,
and it's like, it's almost like everyone's been saying that for
Guys,
months.
that goes back to the story that we all kind of figured this was happening, but this goes back to the story that WJ ran, probably 20 months ago, maybe 18 months ago, about it was a meeting with the local health commissioner, I think, and they had two people in the county die, and they were put down as dead from COVID. And a reporter asked, "Okay, these people were listed as victims of COVID, but what did they die from?" And the commissioner said, "Well, one of them died in a motorcycle accident."
Yeah.
I mean, that's what this is. That's what this is. There is seemingly no one on the left, at least no one with a microphone on the left, looking for actual truth.